Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Pastor Sean, coming to you live with another episode of Death Search Radio. Actually, this is going to be like a slog vlog thing I haven't done in a while. And I actually had a video, I got 2 videos that are ready for upload that I just need to do some editing. It's going to take about an hour, but I wanted to go live right now and tell the story before I load the whole video because it's going to be a little confusing. So, last night I started a new series when I went to work. If you guys don't know, what I do is I'm actually a security guard, and I guard a very, it's like 50 acres. It's an apartment complex. So, and what I do is I do swing shifts. Okay, this is how I've actually been making quite a bit of, a good portion of the videos recently is while using this recorder on my device called the Do Recorder to make these videos where it records the screen and then I can just talk into it and then I upload from there. So, all praise be to Christ that I'm, able to do this even at work, because I'm literally just sitting there doing nothing for like 4 hours at a time. So, because I work from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So, very, very bizarre thing happened last night when I was on the shift. Very strange. It was in the middle of me recording. Well, it wasn't in the middle. I was already wrapping up with the video, but I felt, so I have like this, I'll say it like this. I have this script that I wrote specifically for this video. Like just some talking points, just so I don't, stray too far away from, the like original, I guess, plot of the video. So I was making this video. This is part 1 called Did Lecrae Walk Away? It's his faith in question, like things like that, and going over interviews that I've seen with him. And so, incredibly strange thing happened while I was recording. I'm in the office, okay? I'm sitting there in the office. There's a TV in front of me, and I'm talking into this phone that's down on the desk. I look to the left because so to give you the picture, there's a big gate and there's a toggle to have the gate go up and down. This was at 1:30 a.m., okay? I'm talking, I'm looking at the notes, I look over because I always make sure to look left and right when I'm at the front desk to make sure that there's no one trying to come into the complex like someone like a resident. Usually it's nobody, but I still look regardless, even if it's like maybe an Uber dropping off or someone like a Postmates, like dropping off food or something, to just let them in the gate. But usually I'm seriously there by myself, like nonstop. So I look over to my left and I see that there looks like a guy walking towards me from, say, about 30 yards away. No, about 40 yards away, okay? I can't see this person's head. It's in the distance, okay? But I can see it well enough to it looks like someone has their hands in their pockets like this and walking like that, like towards me in the office. So I'm trying to record the video and I'm going to upload it probably either today or tomorrow unedited so you guys can hear what happens. And I record myself while I'm in uniform saying, wow, that was weird. So I'll explain that in a second. So I stop and I think, okay, I stop for like a moment as I'm talking, making the video. I thought, okay, as long as the guy doesn't come over here, I don't have to hit, because I'm gonna have to make this video all over again, and I'm already at like 10 minutes in. So I look up again, I do a double take, and I look to the left again. It's still walking towards me. And from here and up, there's like, now that I thought about it after it happened, this thing that was walking towards me didn't have a head. So, it was like this shadow, but it looked like a man dressed in black, but it didn't look like clothes. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, it was just a shadow of a skinny man walking towards me from the distance from where the first slew of units are at the apartment complex. So I have to stop the video. I say in the video, there's a guy walking towards me. I got to get off because I'm thinking, okay, this person's walking towards me. This happens like once a month. It's a fairly rare occasion when someone walking their dog, like it's usually an older, like an elder, There's a lot of old people that live in the complex, will come over and just start talking to me. But usually it only happens about maybe once a month. So what happens is I try to talk. I'm like, okay, I got to stop as I'm talking. So I hit stop on the record button on there. What I do is I get out of this. It's like a high stool. I get out of the stool. I turn to my right as I'm getting out of the stool. And then as I turn to look to face the person, because I'm thinking this person's going to talk to me, it's gone. Whoever it was gone. I'm staring out there for like a minute straight. Like, I know I saw someone walking towards me because I did a double take, but it was like a shadow, like walking towards me from like the distance on the little street. And then there's like a small wall that separates, and then there's the main street. Like, it's like the little street where cars drive in to get to their apartments. So I'm sitting there for literally a minute, and I even open a sliding glass door, and I'm out there looking around to see if this person ran off or something. So what I do is I don't see anybody, so I just close the sliding glass door. Okay. I sit down and I turn this video on, and I start saying, wow, that was really something really strange just happened right now. As I'm doing that video, and I'm going to upload that with the other video, the phone starts to ring. So I pick up the phone. We never get calls at like 1:30 a.m. If there is a call, it's a lockout, and that really only happens between 10 p.m. to like 11 p.m. and that's it. We don't get any calls past like 11 p.m. and even that's pushing it. Like, usually no one's calling, usually. So I pick up the phone and say, hello, this is Officer Sean. How can I assist you? And so this woman calls and says, someone was just knocking on my door, and it woke me up. And I said, okay, what unit are you in? And so she said, okay, I'm in unit 103. And immediately just clicks. That's where I saw the shadow. It was in that, like, if you just walk where it was at, all it had to do was turn and then walk all the way to the end of like the walkway to get to that unit. But I seriously only turned around when I got out of the chair. It took like 2 seconds. I turned around and it wasn't there. And I even went outside to hear footsteps, like if someone was running. No, it was just dead quiet. So I said, okay, ma'am, I'm going to be right there. So I take my collapsible baton and my flashlight, and I put a mask on. I power walk over to unit 103, okay? Because I'm thinking, like, oh crap, there's an attempted break-in. There's an intruder. So I walk around twice around the whole area. You know, I turn the video off when the phone call happens. I turn that off. I walk around twice. Nobody's there. I then find that the other guy that I was working with, who me and him are just not on good terms. Me and him don't talk or anything. It's, you know, something happened behind the scenes, and we only talk if we absolutely have to, like if there's an emergency. So I come up to him because I see him walking from the distance in the same, but not in the area that I saw this figure in. He was in a different area. And I power walk up to him and I say, look, dude, we got an attempted break-in. And so, we have an attempted trespasser right now. And he was saying, what unit? Like, where? And I said, it's unit 103. I just got a phone call. It's the woman who lives there. She heard rapping on her door. She said someone knocked and it woke her up, and that we needed to investigate. So we did. And he said, I don't know what's wrong with this woman, but around this time, she calls and says someone's knocking on her door. And he said she's done this 4 times already. And so I'm thinking, okay. And then so as I have the flashlight, like I'm looking, because it's really dark at the same time. Like if you're not in the front office, there's some street lights and some carport lights, but it's pretty dark other than that. So I'm shining the flashlight looking to see where this intruder is at, where the person I just saw. that like this shadow figure, no one there. And then when I'm, I forgot, because I usually walk around her place at least once a shift, that she had this big statue. She had this big idol right in front of her front door of this bobcat that was about 4 feet high. And there's a lot of people in the complex that has a lot of idols to sun, like, sun worship, pagan worship, stuff of like these like strange things like little white rabbits, which, if you guys don't know, that's signifying that that's the white rabbit, like in Alice in Wonderland kind of thing. It's the separation of going from the physical realm to, like, you're becoming enlightened to the spiritual realm, or, the dark realm. Anyways, she had this big idol of a bobcat in front of her place, and I thought, okay, I know what's going on here. This is spiritual warfare. This is demonic. So, to just end the story, because I didn't record another video to send to my parents, but I'm going to upload that, and that's going to be the last one for the Lecrae video, but I'm just going to play the end of it so you guys get an understanding of the timeline. So, really quick, here's how it ends. Down that street, where there's a cutoff where it connects to the main street, if you take a left, it just goes into more units. So down that street that I saw on the ground, that was maybe 2 units to where the street like cuts into if you take a left turn, there was a unit over there, and I took a picture of it, so I'm going to be showing you guys. It looked like there was spilt blood on the pavement. And when I saw that, my heart started racing. Immediately I started praying. I was like, okay, it's on. This is not good. So however this got here, it's probably just I'm assuming maybe it was an accident or something. I don't know. No one informs me as to if anything happened, because ambulances and fire trucks comes into the area that I patrol about once a week. There's a lot of elderly people there that, do get transported. So, yeah, I saw that and I thought, okay. I was like, this isn't good. So I immediately started just praying up. And I was praying, God, please place a hedge of protection around me right now. I still have another 4 hours on this shift. I need your help. I need your guidance. Please make my path straight and let me not be possessed. So, and, just wanted to do that slog vlog. That's the story, guys. So, happened last night. What is it? That happened on January 13th. Yeah, that was strange. Anyways. Whatever. Must be my neighbor or something. I don't know. Anyways. So, yeah. Had to pray up. Nothing happened to me. I didn't get possessed or anything. I didn't feel like anything was following me. I have had that feeling once when I was working. So far, since I've been working on this job, that I did get that feeling that I was being followed or like attacked by something I couldn't see. But yeah, that happened. This all transpired between 1:30 a.m. and 1:40 a.m. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching.